I'm going to just slightly, if you don't mind, DJ, I'm just going to slightly wiggle this over here just a little bit towards my way. I feel like I'm getting cut off and I don't want to like bump this. Now, what do we have for you today on the Shop LC live stream? My name, by the way, is Chris Whitley. I'm going to be your shepherd through this amazing field of greenery here today, which is known as emeralds. It's one of the most popular gemstones in the world, dating back to, gosh, the first known mines were around 330 BC. So we've got a long and storied history, a rich pedigree. It's one of the world's most popular gemstones. It's one of the world's most beautiful green gemstones, and it is very, very expensive until today. You're going to have an opportunity to get some of the best of the best. You're going to have an opportunity to get some very affordable earth-mined emeralds. None of these, to the best of my knowledge, none of them will be lab-grown. Not that there's anything wrong with lab-grown. I think it's a fantastic thing. It's allowed us to all access the beautiful emeralds and all the wonderful qualities that they possess at an affordable price. But in terms of value, this is where you need to be. We're going to see more today than you will see probably in about, I'd say, probably 99% of your jewelry stores will not have the array, the broad span in terms of price, in terms of just mixtures, whether it be necklaces, bracelets, rings, earrings. They won't have this wide array of emeralds. I'd say 99% of the jewelry stores that you encounter in America, all right, unless they're specialty. I mean, there will be places that do, they specialize, but they're very few and far between. That said, this is also your May birthstone. So I want you to be looking alive in terms of thinking about your friends, your family, your loved ones, and their birthdays for this month. Again, there's going to be something in every price range, depending on the level of friendship and family. I think I just made up a word. But it's going to be a blast. I'm excited to bring it to you. Let's real quick get rid of some of the house cleaning in terms of how do you go about getting an item that you've just fallen in love with. Or maybe you just want to find out more information about it, okay? For those of you, I know we got our new friends on YouTube. I want to welcome you guys. Hopefully we have our friends back on TikTok. Let's give us all the heart. We do?
No.
Doggone it. Okay, so if you have any friends that are watching, that watch on TikTok, I'm going to ask a special favor of you. Maybe give them a shout out on your whatever social media platform you happen to be on, if they're on that as well. And just say, hey, you can join the Shop LC live stream in progress at XYZ on whatever platform you're on. You can always go to shoplc.com. There's a lot of people that watch it there. You can go under live stream, not live TV. I think it's even available now on the app as well. Okay, but if you're watching on YouTube then, so TikTok's out unfortunately. All right, so if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, the way you're going to go about finding out a little bit more information and getting to the checkout portion of procuring any of these amazing pieces of jewelry that we're going to show you today, including, I'm just going to put this bad boy on, including this gents ring. We got some for the guys too. Is you're going to put in the comment section. The first item we're going to show is this beautiful emerald ring right here. It's a good, nice size oval there. Magnificent. Yes, this will be shop 1. So if you're interested in this, you will put in the comment section right down here, shop 1. You'll click on that. That will then redirect you to a website where you'll find out all the pertinent information. You'll see pictures. I'm going to show you stuff on my hand, and just know ahead of time, it's a crude way of basically giving you an idea. I don't want there to be any sort of misconceptions like, well, it looked a lot bigger on TV, when he was holding it up. I want you to be able to get it in real time, but just keep in mind I have pretty big hands. I'm like kind of an ogre, right? Big head too. So, but all that being said, let's check this out. So
one more thing.
Sure.
Before we got to talk about secure shield protection.
Yeah, this is very important. This is a new feature that we've added for you guys, which I think you're going to find quite helpful when you got very valuable pieces, no matter how much you paid for them, right? Anywhere from $50 on up to $4,000. This is going to be very, very important for you. If something were to happen, look, in the course of just owning a piece of jewelry, especially if you live an active lifestyle or not even sometimes. I mean, you can just be putting on a shirt and a prong could just hit the wrong way, whatever it may be. This is going to, the Secure Shield Protection Plan is something we just instituted here. It's wildly affordable from what I understand. definitely on anything, I would say over 500, I would definitely get it for sure. But it can be down to $50. If you experience any issues with jewelry, whether it be related to repairs or potential manufacturer defects, you can call the number which is listed right here. You should have a pop-up that's going to, it should naturally show up, I'm assuming, whenever you go to checkout and all that good stuff. You can submit a repair request on our website. When you contact customer service agent, the agent will assist you in submitting that claim if you can't figure it out online. So for those of you like me that are sort of a little bit challenged when it comes to digitally challenged, then this is going to be perfect for you. You can call the number. But they're going to help you with submitting that claim, gathering the necessary details, a prepaid return label. They include that with every one of your pieces, right? With your parcel. If you happen to lose that, you can request one to be sent via email, so no big deal. Once your jewelry is sent to us, we will inspect it, repair it, and then ship it back to you. If the jewelry cannot be repaired, we will replace it with an identical item. If a similar item is not available in stock, we will issue a refund for the purchase price, including any applicable taxes. The service is subject to terms and conditions. Please refer to the T&C. What's T&C stand for?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm sure it's something simple that we're just missing. For more information, is Secure Shield offered on waitlist items? Yes, it is. Does Secure Shield cover the item only one time? Now, that's an important question because Secure Shield provides multiple repairs for 2 years. So if your item is repaired and then returned to you, it remains under covered under that Secured Shield for the plant's duration. So in the case where the jewelry cannot be repaired, we will replace it with an identical item. If a similar item is not available, we will issue you a refund for the purchase price, including all applicable taxes. Those are the big broad strokes of that. In other words, if you're getting a nice piece of jewelry, of course, you probably want to opt for that. I imagine it's going to be relatively inexpensive. I don't know the exact details. All that will be available to you when you click on the, well, for example, first item going to be shop one. If, let's just say, hypothetically, this is the item. Oh, yeah, I love it. I'm in. All in. Comment section, shop one. Click on that. Redirect you to the website. Website, no doubt, will have the information regarding that Secure Shield, okay? So, very cool stuff. I like that. Trying to think, is there any other house cleaning to do other than just the fact that every purchase you make, no matter how big or small, we do donate a meal, a warm, nutritious meal on your behalf for a child in need all across the world. So it's a beautiful thing. Through Akshaya Patra in India, where our parent company is located, we've got No Kid Hungry. Your purchase feeds here in the United States, all across the world. With every single purchase, it could be a $10 or $10,000 purchase. We're going to deliver a meal on your behalf. Already baked in the cake, no big deal. We're not going to raise up your price or round up. It's something we've committed to doing on your behalf, and we're very proud to do so. We're over 100 million between all of our networks combined. Meals delivered to youngsters, to the youths. Okay. That being said, you guys ready to see some cool stuff? I know you're tired of me talking. Let's just get into it. Take a look at this. Now, this is from the KGM Zambian mine. This is an emerald. It is beautiful. You got a Madagascar green sapphire. Those are channel set all throughout. Check those out. Green sapphire, very rare too, by the way. I love that. I must confess, when I was studying for this show, this is something that it's a small detail that I skimmed over, didn't catch it. I'm very, very thrilled that they've included green sapphire. That's a very rare gemstone. Look, they're going to be all channel set. So all throughout here. So they're really going to accentuate the beautiful, rich, lustrous green that you're going to see already in that beautiful emerald. You got a carat 40 total weight, right? Also, here's another thing I love. You've got 18 karat vermeil and rhodium. So you've got the mixture, right, of essentially what's going to give you the equivalent of the look of white and yellow gold. So you've mixed the metals. Well, mixing the metals, what? Well, no, that's what you're seeing in a lot of the high-end luxury pieces. All the high-end designers do that. They mix them up. Stambolian, famously, who was a designer for Tiffany & Company, sold some of the most expensive pieces ever. I've sold some of them as estate pieces. They're fantastic. But one of his signature trademarks is that he will mix those metals. You will see the mixture, the combination of whether it be silver or platinum and gold. So that's a fantastic look. Gives it a very, very highbrow, high intensity look. You've got all these sort of really beautiful wave style designs on the exterior at the north and south. You even have, can we scroll down just a little bit because I don't want to mislead anybody. You've even got in the halo, I want to see what we've got in terms of that particular. I suspect it's going to, I'm not seeing. I'm going to go out on a limb then and say, let me grab something real quick. I'm going to try to be as transparent as possible for you guys. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that those are probably, ooh. Okay. Now it's just too much. Those are green sapphires as well. I thought perhaps the halo was going to be, no, the halos, they're lighter green sapphires. They are. So that's, you've got 70 points in toto on the green sapphire. That's impressive. You've got a 70-point center stone. So yeah, that's even green sapphire. I was like, maybe I'm seeing things. I thought maybe it was colored by the green emerald. No, they're lighter colored green sapphires surrounding it in the halo. Gives it a really interesting, really different and amazing look. All right, folks. The deal on this, it's super wildly affordable. To get a 70-pointer, look, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck here. 7x5 millimeter. If that's a diamond, it's more than likely going to be a full carat. So you're getting that full carat look with a 70-pointer. So lots of bang for your buck there. The color, as you can see, sensational. Earth Mind, 8 on the most hardness scale. Beautiful forest green there. We're doing it today, ladies and gentlemen, for $129. Now this one, again, it's going to be vermeil and rhodium. So what does that mean? Well, it means that you're getting nothing but precious metal. You're getting very expensive gold, 18 karat, 75% solid gold, and rhodium, about $4,000 to $5,000 a troy ounce. So yeah, one of the most expensive metals in the world, platinum family of metals. And you're getting it all. When the dust settles, for, I believe, less than $100. Let's do some math here. I'm not a mathematician. It's not my strong suit, but 129 times 0.75 equals, yes, you will. You will be getting this with the code LIVE25. That's something I haven't mentioned yet. Most of you are aware. If you watch these shows with regularity, you know that already. But for those of you who are new, uninitiated, it's super simple. In the promo code section, when you go to checkout, you're going to see a promo code little box. Click on that box, put in LIVE25. It's going to take 25% off an already lowered $129. So you will get this for about $96.75, give or take about, 10 cents, something like that. You also have what's called budget pay. I'm taking an extra long time on this first item because it is going to be one of the more affordable items. To be able to get an emerald ring that's an earth mine emerald for under, that's not, lab created, that's, really high quality like this, is unbelievable. That's well over half a carat. I mean, gosh, closer to a full carat, or at least looks it. 70 points minimum, so you could get a 75, you could get a 76. Now, that said, the budget pay. Let's talk about that for a second. Very quickly, this is just an opportunity. It's not a credit card. It's an opportunity for you to break this $96.75 into 5 payments. You could pay the first one today. You do not, again, have to get a credit check. It's not a credit card. It's nothing of the sort. It's available to any and every single person who is watching right now. As long as you're registered. We encourage you to do that. It takes like a minute. Super simple. Become a member of the Shop LLC family. We don't charge you anything. It's not membership fees or anything. But you're going to be able to get this home for $19.35. If you don't fall in love with it, send it back. You have a 30-day inspection period. You risk virtually nothing. We'll give you your $20 back, $19.35, give or take a penny or two. And you live to fight another day. Because we want you to be a happy and repeat customer. You understand? And I'm telling you, when you get this home and you go out and look in the retail world at what's available, I don't even think you could get a lab created. All things being equal, a lab created for this price. Folks, you got a really cool opportunity here, and under $100, that's a no-brainer, all in precious metal. This is not mystery metal either. So it's an amazing opportunity. This, I believe, is the first time we've debuted these. We only have 30 of them. But then again, we got 8 reviews, so it might have been a reorder. Yeah, I bet this was a reorder. We probably sold out of them the first time. because we can't keep emeralds in. It's one of the most popular gemstones. It's one of the most expensive gemstones right now. It's continued to go up in price. It's about 20 times more rare. Gem quality emeralds are about 20 times more rare than a diamond. I know we think of diamonds as rare. Some of us may not, but 20 times more rare is gem quality emerald. So you've got something that's extraordinarily rare, something that is extraordinarily well known. It's got a pedigree, a rich history, and you're getting it for under $100. Amazing deal. There's 30 of them, folks, exactly. So I'm assuming this was a reorder, but because we do have a lot of reviews, out of 8 reviews, which is more than the average, I used to think the average is probably around 6 reviews. It's probably closer to 3 would be the average in terms of reviews that we'll get on an item that sold a good bit of them, right? We've had like in the neighborhood of maybe 40 or to 100 plus. Out of 8 reviews, you've got 4.4 out of 5 stars. That tells me that most people, just about everybody, has been very, very happy. You might have had one just complete, you're not going to please all the people all the time. But that tells me out of 8 reviews, that's a solid amount. It's about double the average amount of reviews that any given piece of jewelry has. That's solid. Out of 5 stars, 4.4? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Statistically very difficult to achieve unless you're doing something right. This is something right, something different. It's got a classic look. It's got something different in terms of the design in the exterior, the north and south. I love the channel setting. It's a very detailed piece. And the fact that you're getting both September birthstone, corundum, basically you're getting 2 precious gemstones in the form of green sapphires, 70 points. That's a lot. And of course a 70-point minimum on that beautiful center stone. We're going to move on. That's shop 1. I know I spent a lot of time on the very first item. I'm going to speed it up, but I always like to spend a good bit of time because A, that's one of our more affordable emeralds that we're going to offer you today. The fact you can get that home for 20 bucks, risk-free, because you can always get your 20 bucks back if you get it home. You just decide, you know what, it's not for me. But you're not going to. You're going to love it. And for whatever reason you don't, no big deal. Again, we want you to be a repeat customer. We want you to be happy. So, that being said, if you get that, can I please strongly recommend, not insist, but strongly recommend that you get the matching pendant. Oh yes, indeed, we do have the matching pendant. They belong together, don't you think? Yes, you do. All right, so basically what you're going to get here, you're going to get about half in terms of, okay, let me just show them to you together. This is going to be the easiest way. I'm going to be very quick on the pendant just because it's basically the exact, pretty much, give or take maybe a point or two. It's going to be the exact dimensions. Basically, we're just missing this side, right? So we've pretty much done that, and we flipped the emerald over a little bit. But you're going to have the channel setting. You're going to have the green sapphires. You're going to have the halo of green sapphires, and you're going to get it all for $119. Guess what? You're also going to get this chain to come along for the ride for free. 20 inches on the chain. That is going to be a rhodium over sterling silver, just like the piece is. Plus, the piece is going to have, of course, the 18 karat vermeil in those really nice, and this is going to be the best way to show it to you, in those really nice wave patterns. Okay? And I love the way they've staggered those. It's just a really solid, beautiful piece. It's not the largest piece, but it's definitely not small. And when you have color like this, it speaks volumes. It makes a loud statement because color. We're talking about colored gemstones. There's 4 C's, right? Just like diamonds. Color, cut, clarity, carat weight. But when we're talking about colored gemstones, what's the most important thing? Color. For sure. It's got it. It's fantastic. Again, it's going to match perfectly. They're meant to be together. I don't know where you're going to find that exact design anywhere else. You can find it. You can commission a jeweler to do it, and it costs you a fortune. But we're doing it for $119. You take 25% off of that, of course, with the Live 25 code, and now we're cooking with gas. Now we're going to get it down below $100. But wait, there's more. Yes, there is. Because, well, double check. Because I don't make a liar out of me. Okay, good. Because sometimes they don't add it. But it's an accident. They don't add it. We have literally tens of thousands of items here from lifestyle to home luxury. But we're Johnny on the spot. You get an additional 10% off if you get those bundled. So not only are you going to get 25% off of that $119, 25% off of that $129, right? Getting both of them down. I think the 129 got down to $96. This one will get down even lower. It's probably going to be around $90 for the pendant. So 90, I'm just give or take $1 or $2. 90 plus 96, now we're at 186, minus 18.6, because you're going to take an additional 10% off. So it's 196 minus 18.6, to give or take, within reason here. You're looking at about 170. I'm terrible at math. About $170 for both of these. You add to that the fact that you have the budget pay, which is available to anybody. That's going to get it down to a fifth. So 170 divided by 5. I don't know. But it's going to be super low. It's going to be well under 100, and you can get them both. They're in precious metal. Very, very fantastic. 70 pointers on the centers, giving you a 9 or a 5x7. Essentially the look of about a carat, just about. I mean, that's a solid bit of real estate. The colors, obviously a very vibrant, fresh, beautiful green. Genuine earth mined emeralds. We're moving on. This is shop 2. This is shop 1. I recommend that you get them both while you can. In terms of the pendant, we've got 26 of those. So a couple more of the pendants. Those have been available probably for maybe a day or two more than the new shipment that we just got in of the rings. The ring was obviously a reorder because it was so popular. It's the first time I've ever seen it. You know what that means? It means that the very first time that we showed this, because if we did it at this price for sure, because it was such a great value, they vanished. Think about it. So if these get one TV showing, say goodbye to the reorder. You have an opportunity here. There's a little bit less people that watch the live streams. It's no secret, right? We have about a couple thousand that come in and out, from each various social media platform. Some people just click in and move on. Some people stick around, the smart ones. All right. That being said, let's move on to a pair of earrings. We're going to get you set up all across the board today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get you rings. We're going to get you opportunities. We've got some in platinum. We've got the best of the best, top gem, world-class Colombian emeralds. Oh, my. Cajun, Zambian. I mean, we got so much for you. But take a look at these. This is a nice pair of hoops. They're going to be about 3/4 of an inch, maybe just shy of 3/4 of an inch. Pretty good about judging this. Yep, right at 3/4 of an inch. And you're getting what is known as sort of the past, present, and future style design. Going to be quite lovely indeed. Of course, they're going to look a lot prettier on you, ladies, but that's just to give you an idea of scale. Yes. Past, present, future. What does that mean? Well, I don't know if you're giving them as a gift, maybe for a loved one, then it's about the history that you have. What's more important, even more important than history, is probably just living in the moment. Let's not think about the past, as great or terrible as it may have been. We need to be present in the moment. That's your middle. And the future. What great things lie ahead. Past, present, future. Classic. Now, in between these, I don't know if you noticed, and this is probably going to be the best way to show you, you've got channel and prong set, but it's going to have the illusion. I believe those are prongs, yeah. That's got me just curious now. I feel like there might be no, I think that's, no. They're straight up channel set. Yep. So you have 2 channel set baguettes. It's just the way the picture here looks, because these pictures sometimes look almost like cartoonish to me. I think it's our monitor, but it's no big deal. That being said, you've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So 2 baguettes in between as well. What's that going to do? Well, that's going to add a little bit of sparkle. Now, those are not going to be diamonds. Those are going to be moissanite. What is moissanite? It's a lab-created gemstone. It's not inexpensive to create. It is not a CZ. I don't want you to make that mistake. Just like I'll say that about a zircon. White zircon is not a CZ. It's often a stunt double for diamonds, but in the case of moissanite, more sparkle, more fire, more brilliance, more scintillation typically than that of your most expensive diamonds. So a little, and these are going to be tiny little, just little pave baguettes, right? But you get a lot of bang for your buck from moissanite. It's based on, it is the exact chemical, optical, all that good stuff, makeup of what Henri Moisson discovered in 1893 in Arizona, right here in the good old US of A. When he was at a meteorite crash, he discovered something he thought was a diamond. Later on, testing proved that it was actually not. In fact, it was silicon carbide, not straight up carbon, but very similar. But a lot of scintillation, rainbow dispersion, which you see in diamonds, but very rarely, only in the best diamonds. So what you get is essentially the look of, in those baguettes, of some of the most expensive diamonds that money can buy, and nobody will be the wiser, guaranteed. That being said, not inexpensive to lab create, but very beautiful, and I'm glad that they added those to these, because if we'd done diamonds, we wouldn't have been able to do them at $99.99. How many of these do we have? Holy smoke. We've only got 20 to go around. 20. 3 reviews, 4.7 stars. I like it. And there are 20. Now, that is going to be rhodium over sterling silver. You're going to get the look of platinum. You're going to get the look, in other words, of white gold, basically, with those. And they're going to be all on top of 925 sterling silver. So that is precious metal. 3/4 of an inch, past, present, future, with moissanite. Those are earth mine. These are not lab created. This might be a lab created gemstone in the moissanite, which almost all moissanite is, because there's no jewelry quality, facetable size. I think the largest size of moissanite they ever found, it's one of the rarest gemstones in the world, that fell from a meteorite. That's typically the only way it comes into the U.S. or the world. I think it was about 4.4 millimeters. It was in Israel, like a meteorite site there. But needless to say, exact chemical, optical, physical makeup, they've just been able to synthesize it now. It's a beautiful thing. That being said, $99. We've got 20. I'm going to move on. This is shop 3. They're going to look great with both the items that we just got you, or with a lot, almost any of the items that we have coming your way here. If you're a big lover of hoops, this is going to be the only pair of hoops that we have, per se, here on this particular show. When we get emeralds in, we rarely get, I'm not going to say, we don't get that many in terms of the shipments. Like, I think we just debuted the ring that we showed you, for example. I think that was a reorder, but it's fresh, because we've only got 30. I can tell it's a round number like that. But this one also, 20, is a round number. That tells me that we ordered these. We probably sold out of them very quickly, probably tried to get the biggest order that we could. And so that tells me that the biggest order that we could get was 20 of them. That's not a lot. It's a lot for this audience, I think. I think everybody who wants them, unless there's a vendor watching, and they do watch, copy item, or if you love an item, take advantage of it. Because I've seen them come in and just buy up everything, because they know that they can't even get it dealer to dealer for the price that we're giving it to you. That's one of the beautiful things about coming to Shop LC, whether you watch the TV side of things, or you watch this side of things on the live streams, is that we're able to do stuff that other companies can't do, just by simply the virtue of our proximity to our parent company. They're located out of Jaipur, India, and they're one of the largest manufacturers of jewelry in the world. One of the biggest sourcing teams, one of the most knowledgeable sourcing teams, with an eye towards cutting down the price, because we move so much product. And cash is king, so we're able to get these items or get the actual gemstones and source those through years and years, accumulative of probably thousands of years, between all the different buyers and the different sources that they know in terms of the gemstone. The gemstone community is fairly small when you think about it on a worldwide stage. So we're able to get these gemstones, these really amazing gemstones, these very much in demand gemstones, like emeralds and some of the exotics that you see. Like you can go back and watch this morning's show. Some of the exotics that you just don't see anywhere, and for amazing prices, because we buy as much as we can. If we see that it's good product, we buy as much as we can, and then we manufacture most of it in-house. Some of it we farm out, but we've got great relationships with those, whether it be the Bali, and with the silver that we deal with, or a lot of the gold that we take advantage of from different vendors and across different parts of the world, that we really can negotiate, I will say, them down as low as possible, and then pass a lot of that savings on to you. All right. That being said, that's just sort of a very quick explanation. Now, if you are a lover of cross jewelry, or you are a lover like I am of Jesus Christ, this is going to be your jam. This is absolutely beautiful. The design on it's really it's a beautiful piece, and an excellent way for you to show your faith. Even if you're not a Christian, I think if you just look, it's the most iconic symbol probably of all time, at least to my knowledge. And if you can think of something better, what, the Nike swoosh? I don't think so. Jesus got him beat. McDonald's golden arches? Forget about it. Not even close. The cross. It is the most iconic, and I think probably the most important symbol of the most important person that ever lived. That's just my opinion. Okay? And, gosh, this is beautiful. Now, what we're looking at here is going to be 2 carat 20. Okay? 2 carat 20 of gorgeous emeralds. These are earth mined Zambian emeralds. The KGM mine, I think right now they estimated at probably about 80% of the world's of newer emeralds in circulation are from that KGM mine. There was a little bit of a hiccup in the past year or two, which stalled production, and then there's been problems in finding as much material. So we're sort of not quite as bullish as we used to be on that KGM mine, except to say that everything that we've gotten from there, or majority, I mean, there's, you get dogs and everything. I mean, there's going to be these unattractive tanzanites from the little small source that place comes from, and there's ugly Colombian emeralds. But for the most part, and what we get here is never ugly. That being said, for the most part, what you get from there is some of the most amazing emeralds that the world's ever seen. And I include in that Colombian emeralds. KGM mine, some of the most beautiful emeralds the world has ever seen. But because they had some issues there, now it's looking like they're not getting as much material out of there, that maybe the best days are behind it. I don't know if they continue. And the demand of emeralds has never been higher. So, that being said, this cross, absolutely beautiful. I'm going to give you a measurement there, the receipt on that. It's probably going to be about 1.5 inches or just shy of it. Right at 1.5 inches. Are you seeing that, or is my hand totally in your way? Let's do it this way. Am I right there? From bell to bottom? Yeah. Right at, I think, yeah, right at 1.5 inches. Left to right, you're looking at about 1 inch exactly. Yes. It's a beautiful piece. It's going to be all in platinum over sterling silver. I want to invite the gentlemen to come in on this. There's very few items that we have for the gents today that are going to work for the dudes as well. But guys, I'm always trying to get you in there. And I have, boy, do I got something for you. We're getting to that in just a little bit. It's solid. Ladies, you got to get this for your man. But I think this would absolutely work out. One of the few things that I do wear, the pendants that I do wear, I was about to say I usually keep in my pocket if I'm not wearing it. Let's see. Yes. All right. Strike that from the record. Let that post. I usually do keep it in my pocket. I thought I had it this morning, actually, when I left the house. Butter knife. Got to have those. Very important. All right. This is one of the few that I wear, and it's gorgeous. It's got a strong presence. The color is rich and beautiful, and it's earth mine gemstones. Let's take advantage of this amazing opportunity. How many of them, you might ask, do we have? Well, more importantly, let's talk about the price. It's $109. It's $109 for 2 carat 20. Do you understand? To get 2 carat 20 of genuine earth mined emeralds for less than $100 a carat is well, it's a Herculean feat. We'll just say that. Okay. Now we've got enough of these to go around. I think, unless it's a situation which I will often mention whenever I show in crosses, if in fact you, and I know I sound like a broken record, but I think it's worth saying because people think about this sort of thing. If you teach a Sunday school class, for example, if you have a group of a fellowship of just maybe a couple people from your church, or maybe you're not even in a church, maybe you go to separate churches, but you have like a little Bible study that you get together with on a weekly basis. I used to do this in Atlanta, and then we got to a monthly, and now it's slacked off. I need to get back in, but where you're getting together with a congregation of people, just maybe a smaller group. Because I mean, look, $109, it is dirt cheap, dirt inexpensive for what we're talking about here in the quality. But I get it. It's not economically feasible for everybody just to go and say, well, hey, we got 5, but heck, we have 10 people in our Bible study. I don't expect you to spend $1,000. But if God has blessed you, and everybody's pretty committed to it, and you're really tight with these people, why wouldn't you? If you can afford it. I don't want anybody to get something they can't afford. Full stop. But if you can, I mean, think about it. You're going to have 3 budget payments. It's not the normal 5, because normally if it was 5, it'd be around, basically, this is going to be under $100. 109. We're going to take 25% off of that, right? We have about, I think, 30, just shy of 30, 29. Yeah, we have about 29 of these to go around. Okay? So, if in fact, maybe you just want to get one for your pastor or for a nun or for a clergyman or a clergywoman in your church, the priest, the pastor, reverend, whomever it may be, maybe they did a fantastic job. This would be, I think, a really sweet way of you showing your appreciation for them. If they've helped you in any sort of way, or if they've helped increase your faith. In my experience, faith does nothing. I don't. You hear the horror stories, but in my experience, it does nothing but make finer people. And that goes for just about a lot of the faiths. It's like like a Jim Jones cult. But beyond that, and even they did some wonderful things in the civil rights. But I digress. But what I will say is, I reward them. If somebody has helped you along the way and increased your faith, and thus, like I said, in my experience, I think faith does nothing but increase positivity in people's lives, in particular Christianity faith, then I think it'd be a fitting tribute to them. If you think so. If you like it, if you think it's pretty, if you think they would like it, or if they have a May birthday, or whatever it may be. So something to think about. That is beautiful. Now you have the 3 budget payments. Because you're getting this for $109, we're going to take off 25%. That takes $25 off, plus another $2.50. So that'd be $27.50. $27.50 minus $109. So basically, you're going to get this down to about $80, maybe a little bit less. Give or take. I'm not a mathematician, but it's way under $100. Your budget pay is going to be that divided by 3. So let's just call it 80 divided by 3. You're looking at about, $26, $27 on budget pay. $27. So if you wanted to get 4 of them, you're going to barely spend $100, I would imagine. Give or take a couple dollars. Like I said, I'm not a mathematician. I'm just trying to do this off the top of my head. It's not my strong suit. But that being said, that is a strong piece of jewelry. It's absolutely gorgeous. And again, I like even the mill graining that you see surrounding that center stone. Look at that, and it kind of sits up in a nice fashion. But that's going to give you the look of kind of a pave diamond, like halo. I like that. I like the use of the mill grain for maximizing. It's just a sign of good quality in terms of design. But you've got all these. These are all beautifully matched and mated, and that's a pretty Herculean feat in and of itself to be able to match and mate all those. Because look, emeralds don't just come in one shade of green. So to get this many that really that beautifully match and the color just consistent all throughout, it's a pretty labor intensive process. So very cool piece. I definitely highly recommend it. It is going to come with the chain as well. Now, this is kind of interesting. It's different. I'm not sure where we ordered these from, but I'm excited because you're going to get a silver chain with this that's 19 inches. I wonder why 19 inches. Is that a typo? Usually it's 20 inches or 18, right? I think in this case that may be a typo, but it could have just been a special chain that we got a good deal on, and we decided to include it with it. It's pretty substantial. Got a big lobster claw clasp. You do have some jump rings, so this is going to be actually... It has the potential. Was this the chain? This is the chain that came with it. Okay. So I'm going to say 16 to 19 inches. Okay. I was just doing the measurement on there. The jump ring, 3 inches, and then you've got 8 or just slightly over 8. So. Okay, 19 inches. So that's going to work for the gentleman. I have a 17-inch neck, 19 inches. Going to put it about right there for me, just where I can unbutton a button, and that's going to be seen. If I'm going to have beautiful jewelry like this, I want it to be seen anyway. Ladies, it should hang probably a lot lower. I imagine most ladies are a little bit less than a 17-inch neck, but that's just going to be perfect for gentlemen and ladies. All right, now we only have, again, 39 or 29 of those left. So grab them while you can, and if somebody wants to come in and get them all, that is their prerogative. You've even got the nice filigree. I know I spent a lot of time on that. I think it's important, though. And it's a beautiful piece, and it's a great purchase at a low price. So we're going to move quick here. Gosh, I'm taking way too long on these. Forgive me, folks, but I'm going to get to it all as best I can.
Adrian on Instagram is asking, you only do the live shows?
No, Adrian, I'm going to be actually, well, how late are you staying up tonight, Adrian, or tomorrow morning? I'm going to be on, I started this one at 2. I'm going to start another one at 2 on the TV side of things. So I'm going to be on the overnight tonight, or the morning show, I guess we call it the overnight. 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. Central Time to 6 a.m. So I got Deanna, me and Deanna, we've been doing the Tuesday show, having a blast. We're going to have 50 and under for you this evening, shameless plug. And that's Adrian. Thank you for watching. That's right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for watching, Adrian. Thank you for the question. Be on that one. I'm also going to be on, I believe, I'm doing a weekend overnight too, I think. So I think I'm working the Friday overnight and the Saturday this week, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, on the TV side of things. And I do daytime a good bit whenever they need me to do that, but hopefully I can get into more of the daytime as well. We shall see. All right, but thank you for the question. Appreciate you watching, guys. Always feel free to ask a comment down there. We love hearing from you. And if I go too fast or too slow on something, don't be afraid to say, Whitley, hustle it up. Let's move it on. Or can you go back and flash that in, because I'm giving it some serious consideration. I'll try to get to it time permitting. This is a big, bold, beautiful cluster ring. They're not itty bitty teeny tiny stones. Look at that. Hello, gorgeous. This looks like something you would see at that boutique dealer that would cost you a fortune. Now, this is going to be in the vermeil. I want you to keep in mind, folks, we're sort of working our way up to the actual full platinum, the full gold pieces. We're going to get to those, but we're offering a lot of more affordable items here in the front end. But I can tell you right now, those are quality emeralds. Look at the color on those. You've even got nice clarity. Emerald's a type 3 gemstone. Okay? That means it's one of the most heavily included. In fact, it's expected to be included. When we're talking about earth mine gemstones, there's something called jardin, which is basically it's garden, it's French for garden, which emeralds are expected to have jardin. We would spell it Jardin. And these look super clean. So, but you know, again, if your emerald's really, really just crystal clean, caveat emptor. Either you're getting something that's 50,000 a carat quality material, or more than likely the latter, which is that it's, you know, lab created. Nothing wrong with that. Although, continuing on with the caveat emptor, now we can, they lab create into them a little bit of jardin. So a little bit of that garden of slight inclusions of just a little bit of haze into them. So that can be done as well now too. Which used to be that would be the way you would tell the real emeralds from the lab created, the earth mines from the lab created. That being said, this one's got 3 carat 60, a beautiful Zambian. You've also got a halo of white zircon, putting a nice picture frame around that, and sort of a really nice Art Deco styling there, very symmetrical. You've got the past, present, and future emeralds on either side. Those are also nice size rounds there. And then it's all topped off even further. They didn't have to do this, but they went even further down here, right? With a whole nother row of those white zircon. Never confuse that with cubic zirconia. Not that there's anything wrong with cubic zirconia. You'll see some of those on Friday shows. It's a good value. A lot of sparkle, a lot of bang for your buck. But it just doesn't hold the value like, say, an earth mine gemstone does. In this case, white zircon. One of the oldest known gemstones. Scientists put it about as old as the Earth. It's about 4 billion plus, if you believe what they currently believe. It changes all the time, doesn't it? But we know that it's an older gemstone. It's a doubly refractive gemstone. It's often a stunt double for a diamond because being doubly refractive, it does increase the refractive index. Diamonds are singly refractive, but they have a very high refractive index, high dispersion, and that doubly refraction. In other words, the light splits into two. You get a lot of pop that comes off. So you get the look, really. Now in this case, I mean, gosh, those look like SI to VS on average, you know, G color on average, I'd say, surrounding it. So you really get that look of diamonds. It makes it look very expensive. You add to that 18 karat vermeil, which basically means you're going to have at least 2.5 microns of solid gold. Or in this case, 75% solid gold, which is very, very nice. Usually you'll see a 10 karat or 14 karat vermeil. So I like that. It gives it a nice, rich luster that's going to last and last. And we're doing this for $229. The ring screams $4,000, $5,000 because of that gold, because of the price of gold. Everybody knows the price of gold is going crazy. If you don't know, the price of gold is going crazy. It's gone very high, which is a good thing if you own a lot of jewelry that's made in gold. But we're doing this for $229. $229. You have a honeycomb finished under gallery as well. It's nice filigree work there. Going to fit very comfortable, feel very nice, give you that knuckle-to-knuckle look, which I think is very sexy on ladies. And this one, $229, goes bye-bye because you're going to use the code LIVE25. Now, this is going to be shop 5. I said I was going to speed it up. I'm taking my time. This is one of the few cluster rings that we have, though, so that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. It's got nothing but 5-star reviews. We have 4 reviews, about the average amount of reviews that we'll get on a piece of jewelry. 4 reviews, all 5 stars. People are very pleased with this purchase. Not everybody that gets an item sends a review, okay? Keep that in mind. So that tells me that's a good sampling. And people are very, very happy. They appreciate the value. They appreciate how lovely it is. Yeah, and $229, which is basically going to get well below $200 with the code LIVE25. You're going to take off, let's see, $50 plus another $750. So $750 from $229. And you're getting this really, really close to, I think, 116 some change, something like that. You also have budget pay on this one. You've got 5. You can break that down into 5 payments. Our budget pay at $229, which we've lowered it to today. I imagine it was probably at a $250 because the budget pay is at $46 instead of $50, which is usually a round number. So I know that we've taken it down already just for this show, which is amazing. So awesome. And then we're giving an additional 25% off. So $46, you'll get this well under $50 on budget pay if you so choose. You want to get it home, make sure you love it. I will also say, though, and I don't know that they've got, can you mind clicking on those? I know we don't have a lot of time, but we do have the 3 Kings available. In other words, we have this one in a ruby ring as well, going to be the same price, and a blue sapphire. So if you want to get all 3 of those, I would highly encourage that. While you can get them in your size, this is such a beautiful design. I think it sells out very, very quickly. We don't have a whole heck of a lot of these, but get these in the blue sapphire. They're going to be the exact same design, but in blue sapphire. So all things being equal, except for blue sapphire. The carat weight may be off somewhat, just slightly, give or take, maybe whatever, just depending on the density of the gemstones. But you're going to get that exact look. Except for where you see green, you will see blue. With the ruby, except for where you see emerald, you will see rubies. So I encourage you to grab all 3 of those, and in fact, call the personal shopper line at 888-835-2237 if you do decide to grab all 3 of those, because I would try to see if you can't get maybe like a little bit of extra off. Say, hey, I'm bundling these 3. I don't think that's available to you on the website when you go to shop 5 or shop 4. This is only shop 4 or shop 6?
This is only shop 5 that we're on.
So shop 5 out of
shop 6.
Okay, I gotta speed it up. There's 13 of these, by the way, in the emerald. I'm not sure however many we have because I don't have that information at my fingertips, but there's only 13 of this emerald one. Big, bold look, expensive look, sexy look, ladies. Yes, 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 and more yes. All right, we're gonna move on. That's amazing. Those will probably sell out. But if you get those, if you love that, I'm gonna highly encourage you. Grab that blue sap. You can always return it if you get it home. You don't love one of the 3, but get the ruby and the sapphire one. You'll have the 3 Kings, 3 precious gemstones. All right? All right, so that was shop 5. Here's shop 6. Now this, folks, if you're somebody who's a little bit out of the mainstream, you like the classic looks, right? You like, por ejemplo, let's see. You like this. This is what is the piece de resistance, in my opinion. That is a top gem, world-class emerald. But it's a classic, basic style mounting. When you have an emerald like that, you don't need much more. It's got a nice halo. It's beautiful. It's always going to be in vogue. But if you're somebody who likes something a little bit different, you like to mix it up a little bit. This is definitely, I think, going to speak to you. Another cool thing about this is, and I'm going to get you to go all the way down to the bottom because I don't want to make a liar out of myself. We were just talking about having the 3 Kings, right? Emeralds, rubies, and sapphires. We've got emeralds. We've got blue sapphires on these, 37 points. Carat 15 on that center stone, emerald. That is a full carat plus 8x6, okay? Keep scrolling down. You've got 37 points in the blue sapphires in that bypass styling. Then you've got rubies, 75 points in the rubies. That's going to be in your halo. That's going to be your third. And then you've got white zircon. Okay, so not diamonds. I was about to say you might have had all the precious gemstones had those white zircons been diamonds. But they look like diamonds. So you're getting that look of the four kings, basically. But you're getting all earth-mined gemstones, all natural white zircon, giving you the look of diamonds. And this is probably going to be the best way to show it to you. So this looks like a designer piece. It definitely is high design inspired. It's not for everybody because some people don't like the mixture of all the colors. I think it's super cool. I think it's amazing to be able to knock out three of the big three in terms of colored gemstones and precious gemstones, right? With that massive emerald, that's a full carat plus, very high quality there, premium there. You've got the round halo of rubies, nice richly colored rubies. Those are all earth mined as well. They did a nice halo in the scalloped edging, also again giving it a very high-end luxury designer look. It almost looks like an estate piece that would have been a fortune, that you could still sell for a fortune. And then you've got the mixture of the gold here. You got 2 and 2 in a bypass style. So you've got the white sapphire, but you've got this sort of shadowing right here of the mill grain, and then the shadowing and the sort of a bypass style there. Ditto that with the white zircon diagonally there, and then it all kind of comes. It keeps continuing to go on the side. So it's busy, but it has rhyme, it has reason. I love a bypass. So if you're somebody who likes something a little bit different, but you want valuable gemstones, you want earth mine gemstones, you've got nothing but that in this particular piece. And we're doing it all for $229. Look, that loose gemstone alone, if we sold that to you a full carat, we're past a benchmark on that one. Can you scroll back up? I think it was well over a carat. I think it was a carat 15. Yeah, carat 15. So we're well over benchmark on this one. You've got at bare minimum a double A. And that's just a simplified grading system for color, right? So we got single A, double A, triple A. So you're in very, very premium material here. You can make an argument for triple A because it's got deep, rich color. Take a look at this in person. That color is amazing. Okay? But to get a benchmark emerald earth mine, that's impressive for anything under $500. Really under $1,000. That being said, we're doing it for $229, so it's going to be roughly the same price as the previous item. I think that one was a $229 too. $229. I'm just going to do the math here. Times 0.75. You're going to use the code LIVE25. You're going to get this for $171.75. You have let's see, budget paid. This one has 5 or.
This one has 5. Yeah.
Okay. So 171 divided by 5, that's going to make this $34.35. Now, that's going to be shop 6. But wait, there's more. And I'm not going to spend as much time on the pendant because it's going to be pretty much ditto everything I just said, maybe half on the surrounding gemstones. You're still going to have about the same on the rubies, but essentially we're getting half. So we're cutting off this particular portion. And we're going to have all of that. So we're going to have the white zircon. We're going to have the halo of rubies. That should be about the same. Obviously, it will be turned that way, but we're wearing the ring. That is the companion piece. I'm going to encourage you to get this. We're doing the pendant for $199. It's coming with the chain as well. So that's coming along for the ride. So you're getting a nice rhodium over sterling silver. We're doing that for $199, so I can do that math pretty easily. You use the code LIVE25, you're going to get it for $149.99. You've got 5 budget pays of $40. That $40 then becomes $30. So $30 gets this home. I'm assuming, but scroll down just so I can double check and make sure. I'm going to assume that you're going to get, and we do have a bundling opportunity for you as well. Yep, that's a carat 24. So you're getting actually a larger. So this was a carat 15. But it's going to be virtually the same. It's an 8x6, all right, in the center stone. So a carat, it's almost a carat and a quarter on that emerald. That is fantastic. Now, if you get both of these together, in addition to the 25% off that we're going to get you, we're going to get you another 10% off of that. So if you get this for $150, this was down to I think $170 and some change, something like that. 170 plus 150. $320 something, $320, and you get them both. Just the center stone alone, you scored. But all you get to say, look, I got 3 of the big precious gemstones, right? Include diamonds in that. Now, there's different arguments as to what's a precious gemstone, what constitutes that. But the traditional sense of precious gemstones, you're basically talking about the big 4. We're talking about diamonds, emeralds, rubies, and sapphires, right? There's been arguments that, well, and of course, some so-called semi-precious, it's kind of all moot, but there's something to be said for that. These are the quote-unquote precious in the traditional sense. You've got 3 of the 4 here. That's pretty cool. The 3 kings. And then diamonds would be the 4th. And when we're talking about precious gemstone, a lot of people argue that at certain points in time, opals, and there's gemstones that could be more expensive than precious gemstones, right? So, but if we're just from a pure precious gemstone standpoint, that's pretty cool, right? Now we're going to move on, but this is shop 7 and shop 6. How many do we have? Not many. We got about 40 in the ring and about 20 in the pendant. So if you want the pendant and the ring together, grab that pendant. Just lock in your pendant first because there's just a lot less of those. Plus, if people want to give this as gifts, think about it. You have July. You have May in terms of birthstone. Just from that standpoint, you've got the emerald, May, right? You've got July with the ruby. You've got September with the sapphire. Zircon, make an argument for December. I think it's a blue zircon. It's just kind of the December birthstone, sort of unofficial, but there you go. All right, so this is an amazing opportunity. Very inexpensive, too, considering that you're getting a benchmark plus on that emerald. All right, we're moving on. That is shop 7 and shop 6, if you're keeping score there. Put that in the comments section. Now, we're halfway through the show, so basically, I'm just going to kind of continue that theme. So anybody who's watching right now, unfortunately, I don't think we have our friends in TikTok. If you guys know anybody that watches on TikTok, if you would, just reach out to them. If you have their phone number or if they're friends with you on your various social media platforms, just say, hey, you can watch the show in progress right now, or you can go to shoplc.com, and they can catch it there on the live stream. We're going to be live up there right now, and then we usually put these up about an hour after the show. Okay, and you guys can go back and watch this morning show, which was amazing. We had some killers. Really exotic gemstones. Talk about we had a really amazing ruby ring too. That was like 2 carat plus that we finished the show off with. It was like $1,500 for a 2 carat top gem quality too. It was amazing, and 14 karat gold. But I think we only had like 5 of them, so might be able to still get one of those. Go back and watch those though. We're going to lock in all these prices for 24 hours. After that, they're going to bump back up. They'll still be reasonable. But on the website, they will bump back up more than likely. They typically do. If, in fact, there's any of them left, if it's a last in stock, which I think a lot was this morning on the 10 a.m. show, then you're going to need to be a little bit more expeditious and take advantage of it a lot sooner. But you've only got 24 hours, and then they're going to bump back up, probably usually anywhere from 20 to 40% from what the prices that we give you here, because we give you lower prices, and then we also give you a live 25 code. So you kind of get a double whammy here. It's the best way to shop. All right? That being said, this time tomorrow, anything that's left, price go up, okay? So be mindful of that. But if you want to procure an item, if you see an item that you're liking, you're loving it, or maybe you just want to find out a little bit more about it, maybe you showed up late to the party, you didn't hear my explanation of it. I usually try to give all that information to you in terms of the carat weight, what metal it's in. Sometimes I don't, though. I'm not perfect. So what you could do is, for example, the next item we're going to show you is going to be the matching pair of earrings to go with the pendant and that we just got you. This is the companion piece. This is going to end up being rounding it off, making it the triad, right? You're going to have the full set. These are going to be shop 8. Previous item, shop 7. Shop 6. Presumably the next item after this will be shop 9. You put shop 8 if you love these earrings. What's not to love? Hello, gorgeous. Emeralds, probably about 50 points at least, because I'm assuming it's about, they split in half. They split the difference on whatever that center stone is, typically with the earrings. Carat 70, yeah, about right. And then you've got the rubies surrounding it. Gorgeous. I like those very much. Now, put that in the comments section. Click on that. That's going to then redirect you to the website, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching on Facebook or Instagram. For everybody, it's all the same. Just put in the comment section Shop 8 if you love the earrings. Shop 9 if you love the next item. You will. Shop 10, so on and so forth. And then it'll redirect you. You'll then be able to find out all the information. It's super duper easy. Just remember whenever you go to final checkout that you want to put in Live 25. And also when it comes to this particular package, make sure that, and you'll see it right when you start scrolling down from where you originally get redirected. Make sure that you're doing that bundle. It'll probably automatically do it for you, but don't quote me on that. Make sure that you're doing the bundle. You'll get 15% off if you get all 3. You'll get 10% off if you just get 2 out of the 3. Okay? We're doing these earrings for $100. All right, so that's the house cleaning. We're doing these earrings, and don't forget we also have the new deal where you can buy the protection plan. Okay? That's probably going to be available to you also on the website. It'll all be there. If you ever have any questions, or if something's unclear to you, we want to be as simplified as possible. You can always call this number. It's 888-835-2237. What's that? That's the personal shopper line. That's going to get you in touch with a live human being on the other line. Super duper helpful. Not going to pressure you. Not going to hard sell you. Not going to say, come on, you really need to get this. They might. Hopefully they do. But they're not going to hard sell you. They're super helpful is what they are. And I like talking to a live person instead of automation. If I'm having to call something, automation drives me crazy. PTSD from automation. All right. Love you, AI. Here you go. Now, 888-835-2237. I'm going to say it one more time. Everybody save it. You ready? 888-835-2237. So that's the beautiful pair of dangles. We're doing these for $139, believe it or not. You've got the lever backs. That's a very expensive upgrade. You've got, again, 18 karat vermeil. You've got the rhodium overlay, all over 925 sterling silver. So nothing but noble and precious metal on top of precious metal. So very, very valuable, very, very beautiful. Scroll down if you would, my friend. I just want to see what a little further, I just want to see what the carat weight on those center stones is. I think it'd probably be about 50 points. 92. So a minimum of 92 points between the two emeralds. So we'll call it 46. Okay? About 46 points. Essentially going to give you the look of a half a carat because you got a 6x4 millimeter. In many cases, that'll give you almost a full carat look and a lot of diamonds and stuff like that. But very, very nice quality on those emeralds too. Beautiful, rich pigeon's blood red rubies as well. All right, so we're going to move on. How many earrings do we have? Not many. There's only about 20 of those to go around. Okay? So I think we had like 20, and then 29 on the ring. Okay? But get all 3. Those are meant to be together. All right? And that's going to be shop 8, shop 7, shop 6. The total package. Very, very cool. Just a little something different. All right, let's move on. So, to shop 9. Now, and I've got to, yeah, really good. So, done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we have 10 items left in an hour. Oh, yeah, we're good. We're good. We're making really good time, folks. And if not, I'd always prefer to have a little bit of time at the end. I hate having to rush, and I know y'all probably don't like it either. It's chaotic. So I'm going to sort of cover this top piece up just because not because I don't like it. I love it. Oh, 11, if we count the gents ring. I forgot about that. How could I forget? Now, this is going to be Kgen. These are going to be Zambian emeralds. This screams expensive. It's not going to be. You're in good shape. Now, it will be vermeil, but we're talking about 3 carat 90. This is the Whispering Leaves necklace. It is magic. Pure and simple. Pure and simple. Well, it's not set on there very good, but that's neither here nor there. You're going to have some jump rings here too. So I'm just going to hold this up. So, you've got all of these marquise emeralds, right? This is the worst shirt I could have possibly worn today. It's too busy, right? My shirt. I like it a lot, but it's busy. And for the purposes of this presentation, I need a plain back. Look at that. Look at those emeralds, okay? Look at all those beautifully match-mated, calibrated marquise cuts. They're just dripping down. You've got all of those figure eights, those infinity above those, all bathed in 18 karat, 75% solid gold here over sterling silver. Again, so you're getting the vermeil. You make a distinction. Vermeil has to have silver underlayment. So it's all precious metal. Precious metal just means we're talking about something that is finite, something that is very, very valuable. That is gorgeous. Look at how clean those emeralds are too. You got a lot of nice clarity on those. If I didn't know better, I'd think those are Colombian emeralds, because you usually don't get that kind of clarity and that sort of neon glow to emeralds unless they're Colombian. But this, it definitely, they have that look of them. Those have to be. Well, it says in our info Zambian. I'll defer to that. But it just goes to show you, folks, you're getting. I mean, look, I can show you the bracelet that I just had. The bracelet, those are Colombian emeralds. They look like they're cut from the same, the rough, So it just goes to show you, yes, there's a pedigree that comes with Colombian emeralds, but you can get good quality anywhere. Zambian, some of the most beautiful emeralds I've ever seen coming from there. All right, now, that being said, folks, we're not going to be doing this for $3,500. The estimated retail price, I think that's more than fair, especially given the price of emeralds and how they've gone up here in recent memory. We're doing this for $509. You will get 25% off of that. It's unlike any other emerald necklace that we have in our entire inventory here. We've got some pendants that we're going to be able to bring you. In fact, we're going to show you some here in a momento. Here's the rub, though. We didn't get many of these to begin with. We've only got 4 as it stands right now. If you love this is, again, I think it's just magic. I think, look, yellow gold with emeralds looks amazing. It makes that color pop. You've got all these beautiful white zircons. You've got a total of 3 carat 90. It shows like a lot more. You've got it all crescendos in this beautiful, nice door knocker style crescendo of a beautiful, very feminine, sexy pear shape right there. Let's see. There we go. You guys seen that? I hope you're seeing. Here, let me look at. Can you change the picture up behind me to this? Because I wanted to see an enlarged version, because there's so much detail with this. It's a really interesting and special piece. Again, this is going to go from 18 to 20 inches, so you will have an opportunity to layer this as well. There's only 4 of them. Okay, so I'm going to give you the final price on it. So we're going to take that $509, right? It's going to go bye-bye. We're going to do 25% off with the code LIVE25 times 0.7 by $381.75. You have 5 budget pays divided by 5. You can get this down. You can get this home for $76. This will make a great Mother's Day gift. If you're even remotely loving this, look at all this detail. Look at this weave. Look at this. This is that infinity style design, right? That figure 8, but with the marquise. How detailed, how fantastic! All with genuine gemstones, white zircons there, giving you the look of those VS diamonds, colorless to near colorless. You got this look just coming down. This looks expensive. It should be expensive. The labor alone on this is well worth the price of admission. But then you've got 18 karat gold overlaid over it all. You've even got rhodium with the prongs, the detail, the attention to detail, how they use the white rhodium with the white zircons. That's important. It keeps the continuity of those pieces. You've got that door knocker style, this center stone, that pear shape. It articulates in it. That's a good sized pear shape too. That looks to be at least probably, I'd say, a 30 to 40 pointer. It's super, super duper clean. Look how clean that center stone is. Looks like about at least the size of, if not larger than your average size engagement ring diamond. So, very important piece. Unfortunately, friends, you can get it home for $76. But unfortunately, if you love it, there's only 4 of these. Okay? I'm going to encourage you. I usually don't like the hard sell. I'm going to hard sell you now. You need to move quickly on this. I think this is a very important piece. I think, look, these pieces are wildly popular when you get this sort of almost princess style design, all right? Because it's something you could dress it up. And this should be, when you wear that very expensive formal wear, you should absolutely wear this. But I think you could definitely get away with rocking this with just a really cute blouse, a V-neck, or if you just put it over, if you're in a colder climate, and gosh, it's still pretty cold up north in some places still. I think, with a turtleneck, you put this on over it. Maybe you just have like a black turtleneck or just a gray or, some earth tone, and you put this on and it lights up the room, and you'll get a million compliments. It's absolutely gorgeous. All earth mine gemstones, nearly 4 carats in total. Looks like a lot more. Definitely makes a statement. It's gorgeous. Very, very pretty piece. 4 of them, okay? Probably going to sell out, so I would move quick. It would make, again, a fantastic Mother's Day gift. Mother's Day is going to be Sunday. You waited too long, maybe. I would do expedited shipping. You'll get it to her in time. I would call the personal shopper, depending on where your location is, but I assume if you're in the continental U.S., we could probably do the expedited shipping. You'll get free shipping if you don't mind it getting there a little bit after Sunday. It might get there before. I get mine usually in 3 to 7 business days. And they don't always ship from here. And when they do ship from here, for whatever reason, they send it to Houston and then back here for some reason. I don't know why that is, but it happens sometimes. Or maybe they have it in a warehouse at Houston. I don't know. But I usually get mine within 3 to 7 business days. Rarely is it over 7. But I wouldn't count on that. So you'll get the free shipping if you want it, but I would spring for the expedited if you're getting this from Mother. And you can always build to it yourself and have it shipped to whomever you want it to. You can even put a nice little note, card, I love you, Mom, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. But I think this would make a fantastic Mother's Day gift. I don't think it's going to disappoint. And there's only 4 of them. So go ahead and grab it. And even if you don't love it, when you get it home, you can always send it back. But it's probably going to sell out. All right, so we're going to move on. That's Shop 9. Shop 9, the beautiful emerald necklace in all precious metal. Is it fantastic? I think so. Absolutely. That's beautiful. Really, really, really sexy. Just nice, luxurious piece. That's the one. I like that a lot. Now, we've got some really amazing pendants coming your way, too. But if you grab that one, I'm going to encourage you, think about getting this next bracelet. These are going to be Colombian emeralds. I just showed it to you. I gave you a little preview, right? Because I thought, to myself, I was like, these look very much, the Zambian emeralds on this necklace that I just showed you, the Shop 9, very much to me look like they were cut from the same rough as this material, the emeralds, the Colombian emeralds. That's not to say that all Colombian emeralds are going to give you that sort of almost like a copper-bearing tourmaline green, like a Paraiba green. That's what a lot of the Colombian emeralds remind me of. They almost have like a neon glow to them, but they're a little bit lighter. They're not as a deep saturated version of green. Not all the Colombian emeralds. You've got a lot of deeply saturated Colombian emeralds, but these are beautiful. They just have an electric look to them. Fantastic here. Now, this is going to be emeralds and moissanite. That moissanite, again, going to give you the look of some of the most expensive diamonds. People are going to think that you spent $10,000 plus easily on this, and you can tell them whatever you want. You can absolutely tell them that's your business. But whatever, you're gonna have the look of 10,000 plus with this. Those are genuine Colombian emeralds. A little bit of a pedigree does come with it, but you got to give the devil their due. Some of the best emeralds in the world, some of the most beautiful emeralds I've ever seen, have come. I'm now from Zambia. Like, I'm going to show you one at the end of the show, but Colombian emeralds, they earn that pedigree fair and square. They've got some of the most beautiful emeralds the world has ever seen. But that's the reason why you get that pedigree. And typically you're going to pay for that pedigree, right? When we talk about Colombian emeralds. But look at those. Look at all those marquise cuts and that sort of floral style design. Really, really expensive. It looks like one of those estate pieces that would still cost it. You would get it for a great buy at an estate sale, but it still cost a fortune because you didn't pay the full fortune. You feel like you got it for a great deal. You're not going to pay anywhere close to a fortune for this. In fact, $5,000 where we should be at on this estimated retail value, I think that's more than fair. We're doing it for $789. $789. These emeralds almost, I was talking about, when you got lab created, that you get like all the clarity. They're so clean. Because emerald's a type 3 gemstone, right? It's supposed to have inclusions almost. So you expect it. And it actually doesn't take away from value typically. I mean, a little bit of jade is very nice. The garden that you'll see in most emeralds. These almost look like lab created emeralds. That's how crystal clean those are. And I'm going to try to get this as close as possible without getting blurry. I mean, they are like it's wild. So you've got top gem, very, very fine quality on those emeralds. $789. That's not your final price. You'll get it for 25% off that. You're going to end up paying $591, less than $600, and you're getting this home. In fact, if you decide to do the budget pay, so $591 is going to be after you use the code LIVE25. $118. Get it home. If it's not everything I say it is and more, send it back. You risk virtually nothing. We'll give you your $118 back. You have 30 days. If there's a tag on it, though, leave the tag on. So you might, I'll say you can't really go out and party in it and then return it, because if you got to keep the tag on, kind of kills the vibe, doesn't it? But if there's no tag on it, knock yourself out, and then you can return it the next day. But you're not going to want to. You're going to want to keep this bad boy. It's too beautiful. Now, how many are we working with? We've got about 9 of these to go around. So we're in the single digits. Okay? Colombian emeralds. Genuine Booyaka Colombian emeralds. 3 carat 50 total weight here. Could we scroll down just a little bit? But you've got a total of, let's see. We're talking 10, a carat 70 in some of the finest, most electric, crystal clean Colombian emeralds. All beautifully matched, mated, and calibrated within all those marquees of the moissanite, which just give you the look of like the finest diamonds that money can buy. It looks wildly expensive. You've got an 8 on the Mohs hardness scale with the emeralds. You've got a 9 1/4 with the moissanite. So this is something you could potentially wear every day. You dress it up, dress it down, but definitely wear this when you dress up. Definitely wear it with that beautiful piece that we just got you. If you took advantage of that necklace that I just showed you prior to this, the shop 9, this is going to be shop 10. And so I'm doing a little bit, I'm kind of backtracking, which is a big no-no, but I think these look so pretty together because they look like they're like cut from the same rough. Those emeralds, these are Zambians, but they're crystal clean, like these Colombians. So I think those look very, very nice together. Now you do have some precious white metal in this one too, so it's not like you'd be off base wearing those together. I think they look really nice. Now, again, 9 of those. This is shop 10. It is probably one of the very few, if not maybe the only bracelet. I don't want to say the only. We probably have maybe 1 or 2 other bracelets that are emeralds, but we don't get a lot of emerald stuff in. We get more sapphire, more corundum than we do emeralds, I would say. So this is probably one of maybe 3. That, don't quote me on that 100%, but we just don't get a lot of emerald stuff in. So when you have an opportunity to get a bracelet like this, it's just so angelic and beautiful. I would seize it if you can afford it. Okay. And we've made it wildly affordable. Look, $118 is going to be your budget pay. So you can get it home for $118. You're then going to pay a little bit over, well, we'll call it about $4 a day. You'll pay about $4 a day for the remaining 4 months. Can you afford $118 and then subsequently about $4 a day for the remaining 4 months? If you can forego that cup of coffee or Danish or whatever, or biscuit in the morning, you're in business. You know, it's gorgeous. Get it home. Just see if you love it. You risk virtually nothing. If you can afford $118, get it home. See if you love it. There's 9 of them. We're moving on. That's a shop 10. Okay, shop 10. Very, very pretty. One of the very few bracelets that we have, and I dare say probably one of maybe the only one that we have in Colombian emeralds. So very, very rare stuff to see these days when you talk about that pedigree of the Boyacá Colombian emeralds. So really, really need to be mindful of that and take advantage of those opportunities when they arise. Now, the next coming up, I love these. These are going to be a little bit different, but they have an elegant simplicity about them as well. I love a round cut. I've made no bones about it. We rarely see round cut emeralds, right? Typically, what are you going to see emerald in? Either an oval, fairly common, but an emerald cut, right? It's in the name. Or an emerald octagon, typically. All right. Now, what we're talking about here are very, very high quality. You've got a premium round cut. It's not just my favorite cut. It is statistically probably one of the most expensive and one of the most popular, if not the most popular cut. You get symmetry, something about it. It just doesn't. It checks all the boxes. These are stellar in terms of color. This is the color that people pay tens of thousands of dollars for. What you're seeing behind me, I'm not sure. I feel like that's a little bit lighter than what these are in person, but you tell me. I think it's just a monitor, but that is textbook exactly. It's not too light, not too dark. It's got clarity, unbelievable clarity. The cutting is sensational. These are in platinum. You've got VS diamonds. They're going to be E to F, so you've got colorless diamonds. and those are quad A. So in terms of getting the best of the best, are they the largest emerald? No, but they're actually a good size, fantastic size. And I love how you got that nice articulation of those VS diamonds just dripping down, right? You will have the screw backs like you often will with platinum. So if you're going to, anytime, look, you put the best in the best. So anytime you have any earrings that are going to be, or any rings for that matter, that are put in platinum, just know you're getting the top of the line. It's rare is it ever that you're going to see, unless somebody did it like as a custom piece and they know what they're doing, know what they're talking about when it came to the gemstones. Rarely are you going to see anything in platinum that's not top gem world class in terms of colored gemstones. These, in fact, yes, those are top gem, best of the best that money can buy. And we're doing these not for $3,900. We're doing these for $1,339. So $1,339, you're going to get 25% off of that. You're going to end up getting them for $1,000. $1,000, you have 5 budget payments of $200, plus maybe $1, like $201. But you get the picture. $200 gets these home. They are in platinum. That is noble metal. You know, you get the beauty of silver, the high reflective, index. But you don't have to worry about oxidation, the tarnish. It's, of course, going to be hypoallergenic, just like sterling or nickel-free sterling silver. But platinum is very, very expensive. You're going to have something dense. You're going to have something that's very, very strong. Requires temperatures, I think, in excess of 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit to even work with it. That's why you're using only like 5 to 10% of metal or just are even qualified to work with it. You have to be super certified. It's very difficult. But if you want to protect your gemstone, if you have a very valuable piece, it should be either an 18 karat gold or platinum. But I like the strength that platinum gives you. Okay? This is a fantastic piece. This is heirloom quality. You're getting it for $1,000. We have probably very limited. I don't remember even looking at it because I've always just assumed when we have these very fine pieces with quad A, you're going to usually be few and far between in terms of how many we're going to have available for you. Stand by. So this is going to be shop 11. Okay, for those of you keeping, and everybody should be keeping score. Where are they? Okay, there they go. Oh, 6 of them. We have 6 to go around. That is it. All right, that is it. There's only 6. That is fantastic. For $1,000 or $200 to get them home, if you don't love them, 30-day inspection period. I think you're going to love them. We're moving on. That's shop 11. There are only 6. So I always like to reiterate. If we're well under 10, I'm going to kind of reiterate and just like let you guys know because you could be in a situation where you get in a shootout with another customer when we're very limited like that. Okay? Not the proverbial shootout. That being said, let's shift gears here to sort of a classic look here. A classic look that's going to be in 10 karat yellow gold. Now, I just talked about platinum, but I got to tell you, I do love any green gemstone. I've said this before, so I come by it honestly. I love any green gemstone. Any colored gemstone looks great in gold, right? Gold, for some reason, makes them pop. It brings color alive, in my personal opinion. But nothing does a green gemstone better, I think, than yellow gold. The contrast, they are just so perfect. They're such perfect, they're soulmates, I think. Speaking of soulmates, this would be perfect for your soulmate, perfect as a Mother's Day gift, perfect for anybody, perfect for a daughter, perfect for a mother, perfect for a wife. It's a past, present, future. I love the fact that they made the present, the center stone that is, slightly larger, so it sort of tapers up ever so slightly, just very subtle. But those are big stones. All 3 of them are very, very large stones. You're talking 2 karat 90 total weight. This will have some diamonds in there. They're going to be near colorless on the diamond, so blinding white in 2 separate channels, almost giving you the look of a split shank there. Look at that. Those emeralds look huge. That center stone looks large. That's got to be at least a carat. Can we scroll down? That center stone's got to be at least a carat. It's about probably a 10 by 6 or 9 by 6. 8 by 6. I hate being wrong. Usually I like to underpromise and overdeliver. So you got an 8x6 center stone. No doubt that one's a full carat, right? You got 7x5, because those usually a 7x5 is going to be a carat with just about any other gemstone. Unless we're talking about like a, lesser dense gemstone. But so you're getting the look of basically, I'd say probably 1.5 carat on that center. You're getting the look of a full carat on either of those side stones. So in terms of the look you're getting here, very, very nice size, nice real estate, nice clarity on those. Look at that on my big hands. So you got a really nice full look there. And it's in solid gold. You got 13 points on the diamonds. Not a ton on the diamonds, but a definite statement that, you got the double channel on either side. So it's a beautifully set up ring. Classic look with, of course, the past, present, future. And ladies and gentlemen, today you're getting it for $13.39. The last item was $13.39. So this one, that means you're going to get this for $1,000. It's $1,004 if we're going to be exact. It's $4, right? So $1,000. You have 5 budget pays. You can get this home for about $201. $201 and some change. If you don't fall in love with it, you can send it back. But you're getting AAA Zambian emeralds that are just beautiful. Nice clarity on those. Again, they look beautifully matched. They look like they're all cut from the same rough. They've all got the same sort of color tone, which is fantastic color tone. Again, AAA quality. We're talking about the top 5 to 10 percentile. And friends, you can get it home for $200. See if you love it. In terms of availability, with this one, we've got, looks like we got 5 of them. So we have a 7, 1 and a 7. If you need that 7, 8, or a 10, time is of the essence. 1 in each of those and 2 in a size 9. Okay, it's going to be sizable, but with those channel set diamonds, I wouldn't want to go up more than 1 or 2 sizes, or down more than 1 or 2 sizes, because you could those could end up popping out of the channel setting. That always creates a little. If they're a prong set, I'd say go for it, whatever. But look. You have an opportunity here, very limited as it may be, but just keep that in mind. We can move on. This is shop 12, past, present, and future. Very substantial size on those. I've got really big hands. That's this one right here. We've got the gents ring coming up here in just a little bit, and we're almost out of. Well, no, we got 30 minutes. So 30 minutes, I think we're doing okay.
Yeah, we got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8 items left.
Yikes. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I'll hustle. All right. Oh, and now we're getting into the really good stuff that deserves... this is like, well, look, all that we've shown you thus far is amazing stuff. In terms of value, 100% there. But once we get into platinum and 18 karat gold, you're getting really, really best of the best. Now we're getting into the territory where if you were to see it out at the retail level, for example, this ring I'm about to show you, it's in 18 carats from our Ileana. We have very, very few pieces in the Ileana collection. It is our high-end luxury. It's right up there with the platinum. We put the best of the best. In 18 karat gold, I don't know that I would want to put gemstones, maybe in a pendant, in anything higher than 18 karat, because the gold's a little bit softer, but 18, we're getting into luxury, right? So sometimes you'll have 18 karat gold. You might even have the 10 karat prongs or something like that, just because you want a little bit more strength in there. But you're talking the best of the best, folks. You put the best in the best. This is certified and appraised, AAA quality. Look at the clarity of that stone. This is a type 3 gemstone. It is usually very, very smoky, cloudy, very heavily included. This is crystal clean. I mean, you got some inclusions there, thankfully. You want a little bit. You want a little bit of a jardin. That is to say, a garden in an emerald. But that is top gem, world-class quality, in my personal opinion. We got 4 reviews, 4.5 stars. It's a classic look. With this one, you do sort of have a past, present, and future sort of vibe that goes with it. But, just because the simple nature of having 3 stones, right? With those diamonds, nice baguettes there as well. This is going to be eye clean, G to H. So near colorless on average, about G on those. Really, really excellent color. I think that's the ideal color. And I know it looks a little bit lighter in the picture behind me, but you can see for yourself. That is stellar. That is, we're talking 5,000 a carat easy, all day, every day for that kind of color. It's a carat 25. Of course, that's going to be, I don't want to make a liar out of myself. Let's scroll down. Now, what you're going to see when you go to the website, this is going to be shot 13. Classic look. You cannot go wrong with this one. If you want to give this as a gift, a very important gift, this would make a beautiful engagement ring even. Just because it's just the emerald is so stellar. Yes, okay, good. It's going to be over a carat. We're talking a carat 15 minimum on the center stone. In terms of availability, it's going to be somewhat misleading if you go to the website because we're talking about our Ileana pieces. When we talk about Ileana or Rhapsody, we have some of those coming up. You're going to get free ring sizing. Okay, so I don't want you to let sizing be an issue whatsoever. All right, that being unless you have like a size 16, finger or something. In which case, they might charge you a little bit extra for the gold. But come on. All right, now that being said. You're going to have 10 points on the baguettes. You're going to have 2 of those baguettes. They are beautiful. Now, in terms of availability, we're doing this for $19.49. A carat 15 of material that's easily, when we talk about a full carat, well over that, a benchmark. This is 5,000 to 10,000 a carat, all day, every day, at any retailer you go to. For this kind of quality, this kind of clarity, this kind of color, deep, rich color. I don't know why. I've seen quad A that they graded as quad A that aren't as pretty as this, what we're calling triple A. All right, that's number 1. All right, so I'm not sure why they did it, but, I'm not sure who did the grading either. We've got 8 of these. So I will say it's a popular design. It's a timeless design. That stone is going to do nothing but increase in value over time. I don't have to have a crystal ball to see that. Emeralds have done nothing but go up on average, like year over year. They continue to. Why? Because people love emeralds. It's a made birthstone. It's baked into a cake, a proverbial cake, but we don't see amethysts raising in price like this. We don't see even sapphires and rubies. Those raise up in price for sure. Those precious gemstones, diamonds, yeah. But emeralds, I think I've seen more increase in prices than any of the other precious gemstones on average, I would say. And this is just anecdotal, but this is my opinion. But from what I can tell, they've been less available. Obviously, scarcity drives up price. Demand drives up price. There's green gemstone. There's no more in-demand green gemstone in the world. And there hasn't been for thousands of years. There probably won't be for thousands more years. Folks, $19.49, you're going to get it for under $1,500. In 18 karat gold, mind you, I don't need to remind you, but the price of gold has gone insane. You're getting 75% solid gold. This is luxury. We're going to do the sizing for you. Get it home. See if you love it. You'll pay $1,500 or $14 and some change. You'll have a budget pay that'll be $390, which that will come down by 0.25%. So that's going to be under $300. It's probably going to be about $290 something. Is going to be your budget pay on this. So get it home for $290 something. See if you love it. See if it's everything that I say it is and more. You will fall in love with it. It's well over a carat. You can even go out and get it appraised. It will come with a certified appraisal, though. Actually, they put it at $47.25. I think that's very low. It's a conservative estimate. They put the cutting at excellent. The clarity very slightly included. BS, right? They got the color grade at 3A. I disagree there too, but I think it's closer to quad A. But 8x6 and a carat 15 minimum on the center. They got it at $47.25. Doesn't matter. You're getting it for $1,500. You got instant equity there. This is going to come along for the ride. This is a third party independent. You're going to get it home though first, and then or grab it in your size if you think you can get it in your size. If not, call a personal shopper. Once you get it home, decide that you love it, which you will, I think. And then you can send it back in and we'll size it up for free. Sound good? Oh, yeah. For $1,500, a full carat of 5,000 a carat minimum material. Oh, yeah. I'm going to show this to you just on my finger there. Just never mind the gents ring. We'll get to that in a second. But I just want to kind of show you the size of that. Very, very nice size. I think that would make a beautiful engagement ring. Really, really nice. Okay, So that is a huge opportunity, and I think we've gone entirely too low on that. But that'll be the Ileana. It's going to come in a really beautiful box too. Nice setup of that. Make a beautiful Mother's Day gift. Anybody with a May birthday? That is gorgeous. Now, if you like something with a little bit of a twist, not so much the classic, but still got that classic vibe to it, this is going to be your jam. This to me has that, kind of harkening back to that almost like copper-bearing green tourmaline. Very much, this is an Ethiopian emerald. It very much is reminiscent of a lot of that Buyuka Colombian emerald that you'll see with that sort of neon glow to it. A little bit lighter in the color here, but AAA nonetheless. In terms of color saturation, just beautiful, beautiful, crystal clean with diamonds. This one's going to be in 14 karat gold. Full disclosure, I think a bypass ring is a very, very sexy and sensual look on a lady. I love it. This is very attractive to me. Not attractive on me, right? But I just want to give you an idea of the size. It's a pretty good size here. It's going to be a carat 60, so I reckon you're going to have at least a carat on that center stone. But let's find out for sure. Now, this is a clearance item. Why we put this on clearance, I have no idea why. But it is going to be minimum a carat 20 on a very, very clean, almost with a neon glow, as if it was a Colombian emerald there. Certified and appraised. It's Luxuro, so it's going to be the high end. You're getting a nice packaging with this one. We're doing this for 1966. All right, 14 karat gold, AAA, very slightly included. Cut is excellent. 40 points in diamonds. They got it. They put it at 52.50. Now, this is very important. This was over a year ago. This is from 4/9/2024 when we got this appraised. I suspect, and from what all reports I'm reading, emeralds, because we're having a difficult time finding them, I can only assume the price has gone up a good bit. Not a ton, but at least a little bit since over a year ago. We're almost into the 9th of this month, right? So, is it today's Cinco de Mayo, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Get some margaritas tonight. Oh, no, I got to work tonight. Never mind. It's okay. All right, now, that being said, appraisal's coming along for the ride. You're going to get it for $19.66. Oh, no, you're not. You're taking 25% off of that, and you're going to get this down below $1,500. So below $1,500, you've got. So if you like that more electric glow look on your emeralds, a little bit lighter on the green, but fine color, fine clarity. Nonetheless, you like a bypass style ring, this is going to be your jam. And to be able to get it at this price, it's a clearance price now. So just be mindful that we're not going to have the 30-day inspection period when we have the clearance items. The good news is you're basically getting them for pennies on the dollar. In some cases, for less than what we even have in them when we talk about clearance items. So that's the reason why you don't get that 30-day inspection period with those clearance items. That being said, this is a beautiful ring. I give it my personal endorsement. I think it's a sexy look. It's a big, bold look. It's got nice coverage. I like a bypass. I love everything about it. It's got diamonds, 40 points of those. So it's a really solid, full, robust, and thorough look, and you're getting it for $1,400. Yeah. Just that center stone. I mean, that's a center stone. It should be easily probably $3,000, $3 or $4,000 just for the center stone alone. Never mind 14 karat gold, right? I like the strength that you get with the 14 karat as well. That said, we are moving on. That one, we don't have too terribly many of them. There's only going to be 5 opportunities there, if there's even that many left. We have it in a 7, a 6, an 8, and an 8.5. Okay? Those are the sizing. Call the personal shopper if you don't see any of those available. That's what I have in my notes. We've got to move on just because we're running out of time, and I've got so much more to get to, and not much time to get there. We've got to get to the gents ring. Oh, and speak of the devil. And he shall appear. What you have here is a AAA quality, nice, deep, rich color on that emerald. It's, let's see, we got natural yellow diamonds surrounding it in the halo with the gold prongs. Now, this, you know how I talked about how I like gold with my emerald. I think it's a great contrast. I love that. I think you can agree that any green gemstone with yellow gold looks fantastic. This is the best of both worlds, you see, because what we have is, well, you got yellow diamonds surrounding. Those are going to be natural yellow diamonds. That's adding a ton of value. It's also giving us that contrast, that yellow. But you have yellow prongs as well. So you've got the nice yellow prongs. So you've got 10 karat yellow and white gold, the best of both worlds. You're getting the look of platinum. You're getting the strength with that 10 karat. So it's going to be something that the guys can bang around a little bit in. I mean, don't go, if you're not work out in the trades, don't be rough on it. But it could take a beating because, look, we've got something that's going to be about an 8 on the Mohs hardness scale when it comes to that emerald, right? So that's very, very high up there. In terms of scratch resistance, you're going to have well over a carat on oh gosh, do we only have one of these? Is this it?
Yeah, we only have size 13. We have 2 in size 13.
Oh. That's it?
Yeah.
Well, it says 1 in 12. Oh, those already sold out to other. Call the personal shopper because we did have one in the size 12. I think I've got the size 12. Yeah, because I wear a size 12. So I'm going to say maybe 3 then. So we have 2 and a 13. Yeah. We do have one in a size 12. You're looking at it. Because that one's, yeah, this is perfect. Size 12. 2, so 3 of these to go around. So, time. Time is not your friend with this one. Gentlemen, I suspect these will sell out. Ladies, I suspect these will sell out. Get them. Get it for your gentlemen. Look, it's sizable. You can size that to whatever you need to. The money that we're saving you. We're doing this for $26.69. You're talking about a lot of gold. I mean, it's a nice heavy piece. All right, can we scroll down? I just want to give them the carat weight on that center stone. You're getting natural yellow diamonds. That's a premium. So back to what I was saying. You got an 8 on the Mohs hardness scale, 10, of course, on the diamonds. That's going to give you a nice protective layer around that beautiful emerald. Relatively low profile on that one. You've got this nice sort of rippled effect that they have kind of coming down, but keeping you sort of that nice classic sort of cigar style band look. This is very handsome, very masculine, very solid. 25 points in that, so 9x7. Yeah, it's closer to 2 carats on that center stone. I mean, gosh, a 9x7 is a big stone too. Very high quality on that. Again, AAA quality on the emerald and the carat 75 minimum for that center stone. It's magnificent. It's not going to disappoint. You could dress it up. You can wear this with blue jeans. You can wear it, wear it to the beach, shirt off, guys. Yeah, probably it wouldn't get in the water with white gold, but you can. But you can wear this with a tuxedo. You can wear this with a suit, and it's going to look fantastic. It's only going to add to your mystique and lure, gentlemen. That's a solid look. And we don't get a lot of emerald gents rings. I can tell you that right now. I wish we did. There's 3 of them, maybe less now. I've got the 112. If you want the size 12, it's checked out right now, so it's going to show as sold out. You can call this number, 888-835-2237. Size 12 is about, it is to a gent's ring what a size 7 or 8 is to a lady's ring. That's going to be about your average size, 11 or 12. Okay? That's what I wear. I'm about 6'2", 210 pounds, something like that. But call this number if you want that size 12. Fastest fingers wins. Otherwise, it's going to be sizable. You can size it, but who wants to pay an extra whatever it is to get it sized when we're saving you so much? So $26.69. Look, the gold alone worth the price of admission. The mounting, when we're talking about gents ring, you're getting a significant amount more in the gold, right? So $26.69. That's going to be, you're going to take 25% off of that times 0.75, and you'll be getting this for about $2,000. About $2,000. It's an amazing value. The mounting is worth well over that. You're getting a center stone that's nearly 2 carats of a top gem quality emerald, and there's 3 of them. They're probably going to sell out. So, ladies, if you want to grab that for Father's Day, or anybody wants to grab it for Father's Day, that's right around the corner. It's about a month away from next Sunday. So it's going to be here before you know it. This may be your last opportunity to get an Emerald Gents ring at an affordable price. Go out, shop around once you get this home. Just get it home. And I think you're going to find, and you have a 30-day inspection period on that one as well. Now, the next one, you will not have a 30-day inspection period because it is on clearance. It should not be. It's probably my second favorite ring of the entire show. These emeralds are absolutely top gem, world class, no doubt about it. They are Colombian emerald. I think they should be. It should say quad A, not triple A. I disagree mightily with that estimation. Look at this. Look at the quality. Those are crystal clean. The color is deep and rich. Those are nice sized on those Colombian emeralds. Those are expensive emeralds. And I think those are the finest emeralds money can buy. That's the type of material that I have sold for $10,000 plus a carat. What you're looking at right there, and you have 5 of them, and you have them in a premium, round, brilliant cut. This ring is fantastic. It's on clearance for whatever reason. We had it at $12,000 estimated retail. I don't think that's a stretch at all. Gentlemen, actually, sizable. Gents, I wouldn't be mad at you, actually. Low profile, fairly wide band look. Low profile. That's my criteria for a gents ring. I'm going to go on a limb and say, gents, if you love it, just get that resized. Yeah, I think that'd make a cool gents ring. Maybe you could thicken up the gold underneath. This is 14 karat gold, okay? And I think the only reason those are not listed as quad A is because our system won't allow us to do that. You have to go and do some crazy override. But I think otherwise those will be listed as quad A. This would never be on clearance. I really do. I believe that in my heart of hearts. That being said, you're getting it today on clearance, not for $26.49, the normal clearance price. We dropped it down to $22.52. Guess what that means? It means for you that you will be getting this. What is probably my second favorite, maybe even my favorite ring of the show. You will be getting this for way under $1,000 or $2,000. Let's see. What am I doing? My doggone. There we go. So, I'm making a little bit of a mess here. All right, let's take a look here. $22.52. I don't know why this is on clearance. But I don't know why half this stuff is on clearance. It's not, that's a very popular design. Look at the halo of diamonds. Are you kidding me? Got a carat 50 total weight. $22.52 times 0.75. $16.89. Oh, yeah. This is heavy, too. This is very, very heavy. You've got a nice honeycomb undergallery there. So each one of those finished. It's going to feel very, very comfortable on the finger. Can we scroll down? I just want to see the how they kind of weighed out those how much we got in those emeralds versus the diamonds. Yeah, blinding white diamonds and a beautiful halo surrounding each one of those rounds. Look at the brilliance on those. Absolutely beautiful neon glow. It has the neon glow, but it has the darker stone saturation. It's got the pedigree of an emerald from Buyaka, Colombia emerald. You got a full carat on the emeralds. Shows like a lot more, I think, personally. Each one of those could be in their own solitaire ring, quite frankly. Wouldn't be a huge ring, but it'd be beautiful. So you're talking about 20 points apiece on each of those beautiful rounds. All right, the remainder are going to be in your diamonds. And you're getting it for $16.89. How many of them do we have, you might ask? This is such a pretty ring. These emeralds are probably some of my favorite. We've got about 9 of those to go around. So grab it while you can in the various sizes. But it is going to be sizable. We have 9 of them. Colombian emeralds. And I think the only reason why I will say AAA when you go to shop 16 is because this is in 14 karat. But that color is deep, rich. That is the $10,000 to $20,000 a carat material. If it's larger, if you're talking about these are a carat apiece, each of those easily. So I don't think it's a stretch. Could you go back to the top and then we're going to move on because we've only got about 8 minutes left in the show. But I don't think it's a stretch whatsoever that our estimated retail value on this was about $12,000. You say, well, Chris, that's not a lot for 12. That quality emerald. It doesn't get any finer than that. I don't know if you guys are able to see this. That is the textbook quintessential ideal. This picture doesn't do it justice. It's unbelievable. All right, so I love that piece. Personal seal of approval. That's one of my favorites. If you can afford 2 of those and you did that as a ring guard, you just wore as a cluster ring, how cool would that be? Oh, yeah. All right, so moving on. That was shop 16. It's a clearance item, but I'm telling you, you will love it. You will love it. And for basically $16.89. That's the one. All right, now this next one. This is going to be a Colombian emerald. I'm going to say, with the time that we have left, I have to get to the piece de resistance. So we can do We'll do. We can close with these two. This one I have to do.
Well, yeah, no, we said it would be the last one, yeah.
Okay.
I was going to do this item and that.
Is that all we have left anyway?
Pretty much.
Okay, and then maybe a pendant? We can do the pendant. Yeah, we slide the pendant in between them.
Okay.
Perfect. Excellent. I like it. I think we're doing good here. Now, this is very, very fine quality. You're talking Colombian emerald. You're talking AAA quality. It's in 14 karat white and yellow gold. You've got natural yellow diamonds in that initial halo. I love that. This has been one of our most popular designed rings. I remember when we were selling this for $1,900 here. I thought it was a great buy then, and I think that's a great buy now. Today, this is on clearance. I have no idea why. It's been one of our best sellers. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be getting this, a Colombian emerald. It's a nice size center stone. It's not going to be quite a carat. It's a carat 15 total weight. You're going to get a look of a carat because you're going to get it's so amplified by this double halo. Excellent use of negative space here with that scalloping that you see right there. Scalloping on the outer edge. Very, very high luxury design. You see a lot of the Madavi pieces that we have that are very, very expensive that have that nice scalloped edges. So you get a really, really expensive luxury high-end designer look with this particular piece. Now, we've got it on clearance today. Below the $15.99. Way below. $959. Do you realize that you can get a Colombian emerald with yellow, natural yellow, okay, probably Ellendale mine from Western Australia. Was Ellendale in Western Australia? Yeah, I think it was. Western Australia closed down mine as well. As you hear a lot about the Argyle, but more than likely a lot of your yellow diamonds originated there. From a mine that's closed down, you get yellow diamonds, natural, fancy yellows that are in high demand and only getting more and more expensive by the day. White diamonds, a little plateau right now, but color diamonds, So you're getting the best of the best when it comes deep pedigree, excellent color, excellent clarity, top gem, world-class quality on that center stone with yellow and white diamonds, all in 14 karat white gold, amounting that should be not a penny under $2,500. You're getting it all for $959 minus 25%. This will never be this low again. I have no idea how we got it to this, and I don't care because I'm just excited for anybody who takes advantage of this ring right now. How many do we have? I hope we have a lot of them. We don't. We've got 5 of these to go around. All right?
We should have more because of half sizes.
Well, I'd call the personal shopper on that because I've got, Well, 6, well, I guess, with the, 6. But yeah, with those half sizes, that would suggest, or is that what we're doing free sizing? Usually when you see the half size, it means we're doing the free sizing. Nevertheless, call the personal shopper on this one, but let's work under the assumption that we've only got 6 of them. That number is going to be 888-835-2237. Hopefully they can get it in your size, but I highly doubt that. I'm probably going to go with, I'd rather under promise and over deliver. The fact that you can get this for basically under $750 is a giveaway. In 14 karat gold? No way. Jose, I got to see what that center stone size is though, buddy, on that last one. Sorry.
We only have 5 minutes left. We got to move on pretty soon.
All right, well, if you could just check on that for me, and I'm going to show them this one. So that was shop 17 on the ring. You had 50 point. That's a 50 pointer, okay? Thank you so much for humoring me there. Amazing. All right, it looks like a lot more. Now, that was, okay, so let's work on the assumption we have 6. The half sizes, hopefully that will work out, but I highly doubt that we're going to have it in all those sizes. Hopefully we do. Now, take a look at this, folks. This is our second to last one. I'm going to go very quickly on this. It's just a classic look and a halo design. Cannot go wrong. It will never go out of style. It's an 18 karat yellow gold. That is a 2 carat 15. So you're probably looking at 2 carats on the center stone and about 15 points in the diamonds. AAA quality, certified and appraised. This is Ileana. So you know you're getting fine quality. And it's coming with an appraisal as well. They've got it appraised at $7,900. We are doing it today for $3,199. Big stone. Again, probably going to be about a carat 99. Could we scroll down very quickly and then we'll move on? Carat. That's going to be a carat 75 on your center stone. Gives you the appearance of 2 because you got a 9x7. All right. $3,199. You're going to take a whole quarter off of that, so it's going to be around $2,500. Big stone, classic look, all in 18 karat gold. Absolutely beautiful. Cannot go wrong with it. Has a big presence, deep, rich color, nice clarity on that. You put the best in the best. That's an 18 karat. Amazing opportunity, and it's coming with a $7,900 independent appraisal. That's not us, that's them. Yeah, I think, oh yes. One of the more expensive pieces, but gosh, that's some instant equity. Now, that being said, because of the shortness of time, I hate to give it short shrift. It deserves the time. It would look great with that other Ileana piece, though. I think you might be able to get, if you were to grab both of those, I think you can get them to the personal shopper. Would probably give you a break on that. Now, this last piece, I think this is the piece de résistance. I usually save the best for last because I think the color on this is very deep and rich. It's kind of what you want, but you've also got excellent clarity on it. It almost looks like a lab created. If it weren't for just a few minor inclusions that you can barely see. This is almost eye clean, which is rare to see. This, of course, is going to be in platinum. You put the best in the best. That center stone is a very expensive emerald. All right, we're talking about a 1 karat 13 benchmark, well past benchmark, well over benchmark. So no question about that, right? We've got an 8x6. It's quad A. That is best of the best when it comes to center stone. That is 10,000 a carat material all day, every day, anywhere that you go in the world other than right here, right now. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing this for $23.89. You're going to get 25% off of that. It's in a classic mounting that will never, ever be unpopular, be out of style, be not in vogue. That will always be very, very popular. Probably the most popular style design there is. This would make a beautiful engagement ring if you so choose to wear it as that. But you'll find bigger emeralds, you'll find smaller emeralds, you will not find finer emeralds. I think that is the best of the best when it comes in. You put the best in the best. It's got 2 reviews. They're nothing but 5 stars. The $23.89 is going to be, after the code LIVE25, you're going to get this for less than $2,000. For $10,000 a carat, easy material. $17.91. You have the budget pay on that. $358. Get it home. If you don't love it, send it back. If it's not everything I say it is and more, send it back. But if you want to get the absolute best, I think that is what you're looking at right there, my friends. That's all the time I've got. Wow. Quite the whirlwind. Quite the amazing show. If you came to this show late, go back. You'll be able to rewatch it in about an hour or so. And you guys will be able to take advantage of these deals for at least 24 hours. We're going to lock in those prices. After that, all bets are off. By the way, on that last ring, we only have 4 of those available. So the last 4, that's probably going to sell out at the price that we had it at. Again, $358 gets it home. We'll also do free sizing on that one. Appreciate you. Appreciate the comments today. Please, with the closing time that you have left, like us, subscribe, heart us, whatever it is you can do on your various social media platforms. My name's Chris. I'm going to be back again tonight, about 11 hours from now, on the TV side of things at 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. So I hope you guys will come and watch Diana and I. We're going to have a 50 and under show. It's chock full of a lot of new items. A lot of already some items that might be a little bit older, but we've lowered the price on them. Everything's going to be under 50. It's going to be fantastic. Appreciate you. God bless you. Good job, DJ. We appreciate y'all. Be sure to catch the live stream tomorrow morning as well at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. We will see you soon. God bless. Cool.
Do you know why there's forks on the table?
The knives?
Yeah, the knives.
Yeah, they were in my pocket for whatever. Because I grabbed one, or I accidentally grabbed 2 of them earlier. I was going to use them for peanut butter
Oh, okay.
at the house. But yeah, I had them in my pocket.